I'm talking with Michelina Queri. She is the realtor and team lead of MQ and Associates team of Keller Williams. And today we are discussing an incredibly important topic, which is do not get your real estate advice from your friends or your neighbors. Michelina, thank you so much for being on with us.
Jen, thank you so much for having me back. I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. I think this is such an important topic because I think everybody thinks that they're an expert, and a lot of people might be part-time real estate agents. And I want to talk to you about why it's so important to let your realtor sell your home and not your neighbor.
Well, what I mean by that statement is you hire an electrician and a plumber to fix those items in your home when they go bad. You go to a doctor when you don't feel well, and you hire an attorney for your legal matters. It's just as critical to hire a professional full-time agent when you're thinking about selling your home. I understand that you're going to talk to friends and neighbors and let them know that you're selling, but once people start listening to advice from friends and neighbors, that's when things can go sideways. The professions that I just mentioned, they are skilled individuals. They've gone through extensive training, and they have a skill set to help solve their clients' solutions. Real estate agents, realtors like myself, we do exactly the same thing. We have experience that we draw from. We have tools that we use that's going to help you price your home and guide you on the best timing and educate you about what the market is looking for as far as what buyers are responding to in the market. And that's all part of it.
Well, tell me about some of the pitfalls that you've seen, maybe a personal story or two where you've had a personal experience of somebody that you know that maybe went with someone that didn't have the kind of experience that you have.
Well, I want to share this because it just happened to us a couple weeks ago. We put a house on the market, and unfortunately, a neighbor came in and felt or compelled to share her opinion of our pricing. She had mentioned that we were priced too low based on what her neighbor had sold last year and the other homes that were listed in the neighborhood. Well, that was not any news to me. I knew what the listings had been. I had looked at the comps. That's one of the tools that we use. You want to predict the future, you look at the past. But the homes had been sitting on the market. She went on to say that if she was listing her home, she would not go with myself because she felt we priced the home too low. 5 days later, I get a call from one of those agents. They asked how our open house was, what the response of feedback was, and if we were getting any positive, anything that looked hot. Well, we got very blessed, and the solution, the strategy, the pricing all worked effectively. We had multiple contracts, and by the 5th day, I let her know we would be finished negotiating on a contract that was over list price. I've noticed that both those homes that the neighbor was talking about, both have lowered their price. They're just chasing the market. You need a full-time agent who does this full-time all the time, has their pulse on the market of today. Not last year, not even last week. I find that real estate is ever-changing. We used to update our market spreadsheets of what's happening in the market quarterly, 6 months. Now we do it weekly. So it's really important that someone's doing enough business, doing this full-time, and educating their sellers on what the market. That's who prices the home. Not me, not your neighbor, not even a buyer. The market will price your home based on what's selling and what the product is in demand for.
Absolutely. Well, it's such great advice, Michelina. Thank you so much for being on with us today and sharing that personal story of yours.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we certainly encourage our viewers to reach out to Michelina if you are in the DC metro area. And if you have any other questions, please reach out to us online, AmericanDreamNetwork.tv, and we will be right back with more of the American Dream.